Third order of business, messages from the House. The Secretary will read the messages.
Beginning in 2016, the Minnesota Senate will no longer be located in the State Capitol building. Completion of the Capitol Restoration Project requires Capitol tenants to vacate the building after the 2015 legislative session. Senate committee hearings and 2016 Senate floor sessions will be held in committee rooms located in a new office building, currently under construction just north of the State Capitol.
We knew at the onset that this was intended to be a building for the people to come and be participants in the legislative process. We spent a great deal of time in workshops with a broad constituents of people who would be both housed within the building as well as those who might be using the building. And determining how they would actually be using it was very important to us. There are 3 very large hearing rooms that allow the public to come and see their legislators in action. It's also an office building to house, many state workers who are there 52 weeks of the year, and it needed to be an office building that met today's technology in terms of communications and materials and air quality and sustainability.
Hearing rooms will be spacious with more seating capacity, unimpaired sight lines, equipped with technologies designed for the modern era, and will offer better access for people with disabilities, an important feature embedded throughout the entire building.
We talked a lot with the Council on Disability and others about the path to a hearing room, for example. If you were to park with somebody with a disability and walk with them, we want to make sure that the path is the same path, that we don't have some circuitous route to get to the hearing room so that we can go together. The elevators are right next to the stairs. They're all grouped in a way that's logical, that allows a clear flow from the parking to the hearing rooms and to the Senate offices.
There's going to be 20 disability parking spaces there for the public. That's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be close, it's going to be accessible, it's going to be covered. All the hearing rooms are going to be equipped with assistive listening systems. The sight lines are going to be better if they utilize sign language interpreters. The seating for people in wheelchairs are going to be dispersed and integrated throughout the rooms, and the access is just going to be so much better.
That vision for more and better accessibility is part of an overall construction project that must be completed by 2016, a challenging timetable, one that planners say requires a great deal of organization and comes with high expectations.
The project schedule is very important. If this project isn't finished on time, it has an impact on the state legislature. And that is a very, very big task and a very big commitment. So everybody needs to have their A game when they come to this project site. They need to make sure that they got their plan in place, because we're counting on it. We're counting on everybody performing when they're asked to step up to the plate and do their part to build this project.
Off-site contractors also play a key role in meeting the time schedule. Assembling and manufacturing products away from the building site allows for multiple stages of production to occur at once in many different locations. At Horwitz Mechanical Construction in New Hope, plumbing systems and piping for hot and cold water systems are produced concurrently, with work being done at the building site.
Building it in the shop, we're not fighting other trades, we're saving time. We can calculate our numbers and we can save on material. We can divide into our sticks of material and see what best cuts there are. When you're building out on the site, you're just building as you go and you end up with a lot more scrap. So we're saving money there. We're saving money on time. If we can save some time here, save our bodies, we can bring it in and we can install it much quicker and we're out of everybody's way.
Well, here in Daikin Applied in Owatonna, Minnesota, we manufacture indoor air handlers. What we're making really from raw sheet metal is air handling sections that move air through the building to heat and cool the building. What you see behind me are large sections of indoor air handlers. They have fans in them, they have filters in them, they have heating and cooling coils, all the components you would need in the building to provide air conditioning and heating year-round for the new building.
Once completed, these off-site products are then ready to be delivered and installed at a later date, convenient to the workflow at the main project site.
There are many companies throughout the state who are contributing to this project. Even though you don't see them on site, they've had a hand. There's been a lot of people who work at fabrication shops. We have glass coming from Viracon, who's based in Owatonna. Daikin provided energy efficient air handling units that'll benefit the state with low energy costs. And that was a major fabrication, and that was on Owatonna. The cladding that is going to be facing the Capitol is mined near Mankato. We have the woodwork being fabricated in Sauk Rapids. There are many other examples where the regional Minnesota is supplying the materials to make up this project, and it's a really fun opportunity to be a part of that effort and to see the pride and workmanship going into that.
We selected materials, limestone, granite. We are rich in those kind of resources that are found in Minnesota. The woods that we've selected are from Minnesota, and I'd even say that some of the steel content is from the Iron Range up in northern Minnesota. We didn't have to choose those materials, but they're wonderful materials, and they are represented on the Capitol complex today. And using those really pays homage to the other buildings and the other structures on the Capitol and reinforces the notion of a campus.
We started our concrete decks and cast our first deck at the end of October, which was a major milestone for us, and then cast our last deck on January 27th. Ahead of that a little bit, a couple weeks ahead of that, we started setting structural steel. January 13th, we set our first piece of structural steel and then progressed up with a topping out of structural steel on March 11th.
Concrete and steel form the foundation and framework of the building. A high-strength material called geofabric is then wrapped around the outside, creating a temporary enclosure and allowing workers to focus unhindered on interior projects.
There's a lot of critical elements that we have to complete that don't go into the building shell. Those elements include the bathrooms and the high finishes that are inside those. We have electrical rooms, we have data rooms, and we have a lot of other general construction that is critical for this building.
Many important elements of the building will never be seen. Exterior waterproofing and interior fireproofing both provide a kind of invisible building protection. The installation of airflow systems and plumbing and electrical systems will go largely unnoticed to the public eye, yet will remain vital to the highly functioning building.
In the stage of early spring, we're about 50% complete. And there are a lot of things going on off-site that are going to come to the project site in a very quick fashion. So we'll be looking forward to, in the next 3 months, for the building to be fully enclosed, wrapped in precast and stone. We'll have the windows completely on. So by the middle of July, it's going to look like a finished building. And we're going to be working inside then, putting in a lot of the final touches that are crucial to the project. Those final touches include woodwork. They include carpeting, terrazzo, ceiling tile. The beautiful greenery that we're going to be putting on this project is something that's going to be really exciting.
Cass Gilbert was not only the architect for the state capitol, but he was the planner for the Capitol campus. Gilbert played an important role as we designed the building because of the proportion and the material and the details of the Capitol. This is not intended to rival that, but to pay homage to some of those lines and those proportions that are found there, as well as some of the materials.
The design team worked very hard to make sure that the building was of its time, a modern building, but very respectful of the existing building. So the form of the building responds to the Capitol Rotunda. The proportions of the windows, proportions of the overall building are respectful to the Capitol. So it's more about being respectful of the Capitol campus and Cass Gilbert's Capitol building and doing it in a modern way.